Well, it's been a year. As 2025 slowly creeps to an end, there's been plenty of time for me to reflect on the year that was. And to be truthfully honest, it's been the best, worst year of my life. This year has had highs of highs and lows of lows. And most of the year, I've just been trying to keep afloat. I wanted to share with you my thoughts on this year. First of all, of course, the biggest event that happened in my life was the passing of my mom. She passed away on August 15th, and it was so hard to see her go, but it was also a very relieving moment as well, as sadistic as that may be. My biggest dream was for her to not be in any pain anymore because she was in so much pain for so many years. And the moment when she passed, it almost gave some sort of relief because I knew that she wouldn't be in any more pain. And I think that's helped me a lot in the grieving process as well. And I know that she'll always be there for me, always watching out for me, and she'll always be with me on my adventures. In fact, I just came back from Rovaniemi, the Arctic Circle where Santa Claus Village was, and it was something that I told Mom that I would go visit someday. So I was able to take her along with me, and it was very emotional. Even now, I'm thinking about getting a little emotional, but yeah, it was just such a great experience. But I also want to thank my dad and the dogs, of course, and my cousin Darlene. Without all of you, this has been very tough. It's been a tough year mentally, and trying to balance my job and trying to balance the shift work, the 12 hours of going between days and nights, and then also taking care of Mom and taking her to her appointments. I really leaned on Darlene and my dad for that. So again, thank you guys so much. I love you both very much. And there are other events as well. The very first softball game of the year, I was hoping to have a great year. Pretty well the first play, I rolled my ankle and I was done for the season. I sprained my tib posterior muscle, which again, I'm not a very smart person when it comes to biology. With that, plus spraining a bunch of tendons on the outer side of the foot, I was done for the season for sports. I think that bothered me a lot too because I didn't have that sort of release of stress, I guess, to go out and play sports, but I simply couldn't. In fact, I could barely walk and I was off work for almost a month, so yeah, it was just a challenging time overall. But we also had a lot of great things as well, which obviously right now I'm living in Finland, so that's also a big moment. When the start of the year came around, I did some research and I found out that Finland was giving the opportunity for working holiday visas for Canadians, the same type of visa I had for Denmark. So after visiting Ottawa in March and also visiting some family I haven't seen in a very long time, I was able to apply for the visa, and a few months later, I was told I was moving to Finland. Actually, when I learned about the visa being accepted, I was in Europe on my vacation. I was in Denmark. I went to the World Hockey Championships with my friend Barbara. I was also able to see some of my Danish friends and the Danish family. And I also was able to play a baseball game with the Odense Wolves, my team in Denmark. But I was also able to travel to Ontario to go to my brother's wedding, which was really amazing. I was so happy to be a part of it because this was maybe one of the last times to get the whole family together. And that just meant a lot for me, being the representative from the East Coast, to be able to witness this big moment for my brother. I was also able to see some Ontario friends as well. And the weekend before that, I went to my friend Mason's wedding. So 2 weddings in a span of a week. And prior to, I think I've only been to 2 weddings in my whole life. So to be able to be at my friend Mason's wedding, be there with the guys, especially with the move coming in a few months, it was nice to have that big moment and those big memories that we share. But speaking of friends, I was also able to see a lot of my friends that I haven't seen in a while. In October, we had a couple of big gatherings, and it was so nice to see everybody because I don't know when I'm seeing them again. And I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate everyone. I miss everyone, and I hope that everyone's having a great rest of their year. But yeah, to be able to see everybody before I moved, that was really important. And to end this year, of course, moving to Finland on Halloween. And the first few months, I've been doing a lot of traveling here in Finland, both places I've been to before and new places. I've also started the Liga tour, which is my tour around Finland, going to each city of the top Finnish hockey league and watching a game in each city. And I'm almost done. I have one more city to go to. It's just been an incredible end of the year after a really not so great start to the year and middle of the year. At least I'll be able to spend Christmas with the Danish family. I'm really excited for that. And there's just so many cool things coming up in the new year. Now, when it comes to goals for the new year, I really have just one, and that's staying here in Europe long term. I really hope to find a job that keeps me here, because I love the lifestyle here and I've just come so adjusted to it. Of course, I'm still learning. There's bumps along the way, but I'm just so happy to be here. To be able to stay here long term would be ideal. Other than that, I do have some other big projects coming up, some big goals. I'm of course, working on the Liga Tour series. I really hope that you check it out. I'm putting a lot of effort into it. But even if you're not a hockey fan, even just to check it out, because I've put a lot of work into it, I'd really appreciate that. But also trying out for a local baseball team here in Helsinki as well. A team called Pumat, which they finished first last year and they lost in the championship game. I reached out to them and I'm currently in tryout. I'll either be playing in the top league with Pumat or their minor league team, the Helsinki Devils. But either way, it's going to be a great experience, and I look forward to it. That's the year that was 2025. But this is Thomas signing off. I wish you a very Merry Christmas. Let's hope that next year is the best year yet, and I wish nothing but happiness for you and your families. Have a good night, and I'll see you in the next video.